Hi there, I'm Chris, the Geek figure fan, and I'm back for another quick in-hand review. And today we've finally got the first of the Indiana Jones Adventure Series in hand, and it's the Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones we're going to be looking at today. So he is one of Wave One's figures. There are 5 figures in the range. So coming in the next couple of weeks will be Major Tote, Renee Belloc, Salah, Marianne Ravenwood, and the Ark of the Covenant, where a piece of which comes in each box. Today we're starting with the eponymous title character, Indiana Jones, and just starting with the boxes. Uh, this is my first experience of it. Plastic-free packaging. Why did it have to be plastic-free packaging? But in saying that, the box itself, the artwork, there's so much TLC that's gone into this. The colouring on it looks just like, a faded map, perhaps one that we might see in one of the movies, showing a plane going from place to place. And on the two sides, one's got a fantastic sort of artist rendering of Indiana Jones, a little bit like what you might see in one of the older posters. And on the other side, it shows the 5 figures and the artifact within Wave 1. And on the back, we've got another of these sort of CG photo renderings of the figure itself and a list of all of the figures that are within the pack as well. There's no sort of synopsis on the back of the box, so we'll get the box open and we'll have a look at what's inside. I just want to point out, first of all, now I've got this box open, the tissue paper that they wrap each figure in, it looks it looks so cool. You can see it, when I hold it up to the camera that it's got the map printing on that as well. Really clever. Nice little attention to detail. They didn't need to put anything in it, but they've chosen to. I'm going to have a quick look at some of the figures, accessories in a moment, but the figure itself, I'm really impressed with the level of detail on this. The weathering on so much of the material, especially on the shoes and the leather jacket, the fading where he's gone through many adventures and it started to wear away. It looks really impressive. I'm quite impressed with the attention to detail there. The hat's not removable, but the hat does look good. You're going to get 380 different Indiana Jones figures, so I wouldn't worry about the hat not removing on this one. You can just buy another one that doesn't have a hat on it, I'm sure. But other than that, it's got quite good maneuverability. The articulations fairly standard to what you'd expect from a Hasbro 6-inch figure. And I've noticed that it's actually a little bit taller than the Plasma Series Ghostbusters figures that I have. A little bit more to the standard 6-inch scale than I'm used to. But from what I have seen online, it's an identical height to, say, the Han Solo figure from the Star Wars Black Series range. If we look at some of the accessories, it comes with 2 whips, so one unfurled and one coiled up. It comes with his revolver, and I will say that the pouch that's on his waist can be used for it. Incredibly fiddly though, especially with my fat fingers. And on the other side there is a clip that can be moved across on his belt to hold the coiled up version of the whip. I did try and use it and it does kind of hang on, but getting that point to push into his belt is incredibly fiddly, and I was worried I was going to break it, so I've just let it sit on for there. There's 2 different sets of replaceable hands for it. So this idol that's in there, it looks to me like it's to scale. It's a really nice detailed piece. I'm quite impressed with that. From what I can see as well, that the jacket does remove, although I haven't removed it, and when you remove the jacket you can then remove his satchel bag as well. So I'm not going to keep you too long. This is my first impression of this range as a whole. The paintwork, the face mold, all excellent, and I'm not surprised at that because Hasbro have had a lot of experience of Harrison Ford's likeness, so I wouldn't have expected anything less. But in saying that, the 5 o'clock shadow looks really good on him. The eye paint is great, and I suppose that's something that you take a little bit of a chance with in this non-blister pack age, where we're unable to see what the paintwork looks like before we buy it. But in general, I really, really like the figure, and I love this sort of semi-plastic rubber that they're using for a lot of the fabric material on these ranges. So with his leather jacket, it is kind of malleable. It moves. And from looking at the other figures in this range, I think that's going to be something that we see an awful lot of. But the level of detail that they're able to put onto those kind of rubbery, plasticky, flexible materials is still really impressive. So I'm incredibly excited to get the rest of the range out and start to pose them and take some photographs and get them in some really interesting positions and scenes from the films. I'll be getting Major Toe out next, so please, if you're interested in seeing the remaining reviews from this range, hit that subscribe button. It really massively helps me out, along with liking the video. If you have enjoyed yourselves, I'll be back in the next few days with my next review, and thank you so much for joining me today. All right, take care. Bye bye.